Hello, twisted humans.
Do you find yourself wanting to know more about the latest murder, conspiracy, cult, or haunting?
Then this is the podcast for you. I'm Alecia.
And I'm Sierra, and this is Twisted and Uncorked.
Hello and welcome to episode 213 of your favorite podcast. I don't know why I said it like that. I have a feeling Sierra's going to have a bone to pick with me, but that's okay because I am just as awkward today as I was in high school. And let's face it, today's story is pretty unbelievable. So all that I could think that it paired well with was high school. So that is what Sierra and I are dressing up as today. And we're going to reveal here in 3, 2, 1.
Ta-da! Oh, you look spooky.
That is so fucking awesome. I'm a dead student. I'm a dead prep school student. Or undead, zombie, whatever you want to call it. Sierra is Hannah Montana. That is the greatest thing ever. Because let's face it, we grew up watching Hannah Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place, Jonas. So, well done. How did you throw that together so quickly? Or were you being vague when you said you were going to throw on a wig for fun?
Okay, so this is what happened. Originally, I was like, I cannot decide what to do. And so I was going to wear, I have this old, jacket, with pads in it and stuff, that I wore, I think, to be Bonnie and Clyde one time. And it has a skirt, and it's yellow, and I have a red, maroon-colored tie that was Jessie's. And when I was in high school, those were my school colors, were maroon and gold. And so I was like, oh, we didn't wear uniforms when I was in high school, but I was like, I'll just wear maroon and gold,
it's a clever
old
homage.
School. Yeah. And then I put it on and I was like, I don't like this at all. And I was thinking in the back of my head, what else could I do? Well, Sissy wore this shirt yesterday to school. And I was like, I have a wig. I have this shirt. I can make this work. So that's what I did instead.
Honestly, it kind of worked out perfectly because we are Disney kids at heart. Let's face it. And you did that very well. Also, when you wear that wig and that colored lipstick, I still can't get over how much you look like your mom.
I think that this wig tells me more than anything in the whole world that I should never, ever, ever dye my hair blonde. It looks so bad with my skin tone.
It doesn't. You kind of look hot.
Really hard to put on a whole bunch of pink blush because it just does not fucking match my skin tone at all. I hate this wig. But
I don't look good blonde either.
Hannah Montana is, she was wearing a blonde wig. So.
Both worlds. Yep. I'm excited that she's doing a 20th anniversary tour.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think that'll be cool. I don't know if I will pay the money that I paid for the Jonas Brothers 20th anniversary tour, but
yeah.
Not as much of a Miley Cyrus fan as I am our boys.
I would be more interested if she didn't make music in the last decade.
Oh, yeah.
All of her
then
music
it would be
from
like
when
a
I was in high school, I love.
Throwback. Yeah.
But everything new, it's fine.
I'm just an ordinary girl. Sometimes I'm lazy. Somebody's gonna sue me just because that was offensive.
Me and Sissy were just listening to 7 Things I Hate About You.
Yes. Chef's kiss. Kevin actually gave me the idea for what I'm currently wearing because he used to watch an anime show called Zombie High or Monster Zombie High or some sort of zombie high school.
Yeah.
So, and they defeat zombies, but they're also good zombies, if that makes sense. Kind of like demon hunters with one of them actually being a demon. So,
yeah.
That kind of vibe. So he gave me this idea because I could not find anything that was like me in high school because I was originally going to wear an outfit that I for sure wore back then. But I was having a hard time at the thrift store because apparently those things died and they should just stay dead. Unless you go to Hollister and then it's like shopping when you were at high school all over again now. It's deeply disturbing. But I did make up that I feel Sierra would be proud of.
Oh, yeah, it's great. It is perfect.
even some scratches on my neck. I did do them on my arms, and then I realized that I was planning on putting this jacket on, so it was really for nothing, but that's okay.
You know,
I
the
was
reason
also
you
going to get
couldn't
Kevin to
find
rip it.
the things at high school that you wore at high school at the thrift store is because they're too popular to
Oh,
be
yeah.
at a thrift
They're
store.
vintage now.
Yes.
Except they're not
They're at
layering like 17 shirts like we used to do for some reason.
no, not
What
that,
was
not
that
that much.
about? I still don't
I don't know.
understand. So yeah, I'm not gonna put this on camera because my skirt is very short, but this is why Kevin was being a
Oh gosh.
perv. He's like, where did that skirt come from? I'm like, I've had it since high school in my costume drawer. That's where it lives. It will stay there. But yeah, so yeah, this was fun. I'm glad that we went different vibes for this because I feel like the chaotic energy is going to be needed because you want to be mad.
Oh, great.
Real mad. Listen, we tried to keep things light and not murdery for the Halloween season because it feels like a dick move to be wearing a costume when somebody is horrifically murdered.
Yeah.
But this is still pretty bad. But I think it's important to talk about, and it's very relevant right now. So I also wanted to talk to you about it. Before we get into that, Sierra, do you have a fun fact for me?
I do. My fun fact is about axolotls.
AKA real life Pokemon.
Well, sometimes when they're little, they snack on their siblings' limbs.
Oh my god!
When the food is scarce. But it's okay because axolotls regenerate. It'll grow back. They're a little cannibalistic when they need to be. They don't kill each other. They just,
snack on each other?
I feel like it goes well with your costume, maybe.
It does, but
just snack on each other a little,
I don't really like axolotls. Horrifying. Hold on, I'm just a little snacky. If I could just have like a bite of your tail, that'd be great.
Only like the weaker ones? I don't think that makes it better. It says to prevent this from happening, they should be housed with tank mates of similar sizes and provided with enough food. And hiding spots to reduce stress and aggression. But
and cannibalism.
Yeah, don't let a big one get by a little one, because that big one will be like, man, you're looking like a snack.
I wonder, and not in a good way.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is why Rachel has her axolotls in 2 separate tanks.
Possibly.
I feel like I need to inquire. But I don't know if I want to. That's up there with the cuckoo bird. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
If anyone didn't watch that episode on YouTube, you should, because my face is pretty funny.
You should. Also, you should be aware that we eventually, right after that episode, found out that the same information was talked about on an episode of Big Bang Theory, which we've both seen multiple times and just never latched onto.
I think it's because it was horrifying. Yeah,
it
we're
was
just like,
so
sure,
traumatic.
We're not going to memorize that.
Yeah.
No. Well, my fun fact is high school adjacent.
Okay.
In that we all loved the movie Mean Girls. Tell me you did not watch that at a sleepover when you were in high school at some point.
I've seen it so many times that I can quote the whole thing. So
yeah, perfect. So fun fact, apparently Amy Poehler was only 7 years older than Rachel McAdams when she took the role of the cool mom in Mean Girls. Rachel at the time was 25, playing Regina George, and Amy was 32. So they had to really give her some cakey makeup to look a little bit older. And the pink juicy suit, chef's kiss. Oh. The dog, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm not a regular mom, I'm a cool mom.
I think it's so funny that people can play such a wide variety of ages. I believe when Gilmore Girls started, Lane was the same age as Lorelai, even though she's Rory's best friend.
You are correct. I remember seeing that fun fact as well and being like, well, I guess she's Asian. It checks out. I mean, you guys have great skin. I mean,
she still looks like she's 13.
She probably looks the same. Yeah. I will just keep doing my good skincare thanks to Sierra's friendly reminders over on Southern Radiance. Go follow her. And speaking of high school adjacent, today's drink pairs well with cheap beer in the park, apple growers, and something way too fucking blue. Because when I was in high school, I definitely mixed vodka and blue raspberry sourpuss as a
Oh,
chaser. So I just basically had vodka on vodka. And
okay.
that's what I would drink with my friends.
I
I still
thought
can't look at blue sourpuss without feeling it.
I thought you were gonna say mine is a lot bluer. I'm sorry.
Yours is a lot
I
bluer.
used a lot
I
of
didn't have
spirulina.
I did not have very much spirulina left.
I thought you were gonna say hypnotic, and I was like, why did we have the same high school experience? I don't know
Oh,
why, but that's all
this is
I
the
could
exact
drink.
color of
It
hypnotic.
is. That's why I was like, oh my gosh,
I
that
think
is
it's
the
because I have a
color.
lot of lemon in here. Um, to make it blue raspberry. So
Yeah.
your recipe is a healthier version today, Twisted Humans, because Sierra. And she actually originally brought in the spirulina into our lives with another blue raspberry lemonade
Yeah.
recipe that was different like 100 episodes ago. So you are going to need muddled fresh raspberries, lemon juice, and simple syrup if you feel so inclined. Do a splash of lemonade, add your spirulina. If you don't have spirulina and you want to just have a virgin blue cocktail with us, you can add a little bit of blue dye and top with soda water. So I only had like half a teaspoon of spirulina left. That's why
Yeah.
mine's kind of a greeny blue, hence the lemonade, but it still tastes good. And I get to show off my new ghost cup because
I
he's
love
real
it.
cute.
And mine is very similar. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't have it right now. I should
Your
have been
cup,
using
I
it.
have seen it. That was the
Yeah.
first thing that I thought of when Brianna gave it to me. I was like, oh, Sierra has a cup like that. She's like,
Yeah.
okay.
I
It's like when
just
you get a new toy when you're a kid, you're like, Peter has one too.
yeah.
Exciting. Makes it more exciting. How did you make your drink?
I muddled raspberries and put in lemon juice. I didn't have any what you call it? Simple syrup, but I did put raspberry lemonade in it to try and get the lemon down a little because I didn't realize until
Yes.
after I had put the lemon in that I didn't have anything to sweeten it with.
Yeah, mine
Um
is super lemony.
and then I did the tonic water with blue spirulina and mixed it together and poured it on top. Um
Yours
it
doesn't
is
even look foamy. I had to strain mine. It foams so fast.
Mine foamed also, but I mixed it all in a different cup and poured it into this one. So
Ah,
the foam
that's
is
why it
still in
looks
there.
pretty. Look at that, guys. It's healthy for your gut and it's pretty.
Hmm.
Well, if you would like to have an alcoholic version of that, drink some blue hypnotic or blue sourpuss in there.
Yeah.
You're going to get the same result. But as our listeners on YouTube will notice, I also have a glass of wine with me because I don't work tonight. So I wanted
Nice.
to have a glass of wine because rage.
Hmm.
Before we get into this week's story, we are going to take a quick break. High school is hard enough for any teenager, let alone when you add the element of bullying. Imagine waking up one morning to a text that says, your boyfriend hates you, and another, you should just kill yourself. And then nothing. Until months later, the texts return, relentless, obsessive, vile, and they continue for over a year. What begins as ordinary teenage drama soon escalates into months of digital torment, and eventually, law enforcement and the FBI get involved. When Sierra and I were entering high school, social media was just beginning to take off. MySpace, Nexopia, Facebook became our online identities, but we were also heavily taught how easy it was for people to hide behind a screen. We learned a lot about protecting ourselves from internet predators and bullies. And I myself was targeted in school, and I know just how isolating and diminishing it can feel. So my heart is with the teens of this story. The text messages that they received were so horrific and graphic that they even made the detectives working on the case uncomfortable. Do you know what I'm covering yet?
Is this the Netflix documentary? I haven't seen it, so
Oh, no.
I haven't watched it. I
Well,
know what happens because it's
okay.
all over Facebook, but I haven't seen it.
Released in August 2025, Unknown Number, or Unknown Number, the High School Catfish, dives into the shocking and heartbreaking case out of Beale City, Michigan, where teens Lauryn Licari and her then boyfriend, Owen McKinney, just 13 at the time, began receiving a flood of anonymous, harassing, and demeaning texts. Truthfully, I had never heard this case before this documentary came onto my feed, and it was simply too shocking not to talk about. So, here we go. Beale City, Michigan is a tiny town with one bar and 2 traffic lights. The internet, and specifically social media, was a main component of entertainment for the teens that grew up here. Pretty much every teen today communicates with friends via text messages as well. In October of 2020, Lauryn received the first text message from an anonymous number saying that she was ugly and that her boyfriend at the time, Owen, didn't like her anymore. Owen and Lauryn had met in the 7th grade when they were both 12 years old. They bonded over their love of sports and, they got along really well out on the field together. Owen was instantly smitten and told his mom, Jill, about this pretty blonde that he had met. Yes, they were young, but it was very innocent, and the parents became friends, and the families would hang out quite often, letting their kids be together. That October, Owen's friend Chloe Wilson was going to be throwing a Halloween party at her house. She had invited pretty much the entire grade, and while Lauryn wasn't explicitly invited, Owen and her were dating, so he was planning on bringing her anyway. Lauryn thought that maybe this anonymous text and this upcoming party were somehow related. She had friends, but struggled with some of the meaner girls in their grade, and she really didn't want to go. She just wanted to hang out with Owen that night. And then that was kind of it from the anonymous texter. The party passed, and the school year continued. Owen and Lauryn continued to date, and everyone had a great summer. Lauryn was looking forward to high school next year, joining the 8th grade. And that September of 2021, Lauryn received more anonymous texts. The messages contained insults, sexual content, and statements that Owen didn't like her anymore and was in love with this anonymous texter. They attacked Lauryn's body, appearance, and her mental state, and they even went as far as to tell her to kill herself.
What the
Language
hell?
so extreme that the family of her and her school expressed a deep protective concern. And then Owen started receiving text messages telling him to break up with Lauryn. Oh my God.
Yeah, what the
Okay, you
fuck?
following so far?
Knowing what I
That was-
know, what the actual fuck? What's happening?
Initially at the school, as the harassment continued, Lauryn, Owen, their parents, and school officials reported the messages to local law enforcement. Investigators interviewed Lauryn and Owen's friends, believing that the messages were coming from another student, possibly somebody jealous of Owen and Lauryn's relationship. They were affectionately known as the Golden Couple because they were both these cute little blondes, and it was just like so perfect and innocent. Initially, the school encouraged the teens to block the phone number, but the texts kept coming from a different number every time. Whoever was using these texts was using a random number generator, making that impossible. Sorry, whoever was sending these texts, not using them.
That's why I am super against apps like WhatsApp, because you can choose any phone number. Or at least you could once upon a time. I don't know about now because I don't have it because I don't like it.
No, but I get a lot of random texts from random phone numbers.
Yeah.
That are usually scams.
Well, when WhatsApp first came out, you could choose a number that was already real. Like, I could send a text message. I did it. I thought it was crazy. I sent a text message I typed in, it asks, what number do you want this to be from? And I typed in, like, I don't know, my sister's number or something, and I sent a text message to my brother to see if it would work. And now, if the number is saved in your phone, like, as Cheyenne, it won't pop up as Cheyenne, but it will pop up as her phone number. So when you look at it, you're like, that's weird. Why isn't it popping up as you? I should have your number saved. But it was the phone. So if you called that number back, like, hey, who is this? It would call the person that it wasn't. It would call the actual person, not the WhatsApp. It's freaking crazy.
That is crazy. I don't know if that's still a thing, but
I
now
don't
I
know
gotta
either.
look. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
So there are apps that can create random phone numbers that basically do the same thing. I don't know why these apps exist, but
Yeah.
tell me a legitimate, I wanted to say scientific reason why these apps should exist, and then I will be fine. But otherwise, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
The parents tried to console their kids and convince them to ignore the texts, but when you're receiving anywhere between 5 and 15 texts a day, makes it kind of hard. Lauren's mom, Kendra, and Owen's mom, Jill, would compare their kids' text messages, ask other parents, and were obviously very upset. They were determined to find out who was doing this and make it stop, and they were frustrated that it wasn't happening as quickly as it could. Owen, Lauren, and their friends were also hyper aware of everyone around them at school. If they got a text from the anonymous messenger while they were there, they would look around to see who was on their phones. And they began making a list of names it could have possibly been, or certain cliques within the school. Finally, it became too much for their young relationship, and Owen decided to break up with Lauren. Not because he didn't love her or wanted to make it work, but because he was hoping that by giving their tormentor what they ultimately wanted, that the messages would stop. But they did not. In fact, they got much worse and more vulgar. Investigators from multiple jurisdictions in the area and the FBI began working in tandem. Digital forensics would end up playing a crucial role by tracing the IP addresses linked to the specific apps that were used to do the random number generation. And then they were able to get a search warrant to see who had signed up for these services within the area.
Right.
And 2 IP addresses would come back. They also examined phone logs and, slowly peeled back all the layers of anonymity. You know what I tried to say. I don't think I can get it out.
Anonymity.
Yes, thank you. I was like,
and now I'm like, am I saying it right?
And then I live in
me.
That's what that sounded like. The texts were also very specific. They knew where the kids were at any given time, if they were in the middle of a sport or having a bad game. So it had to have been somebody close to them. Lauren started to suspect that it might be somebody on her basketball team as a result, and Chloe Wilson became an early suspect. She and Lauren had never really gotten along, and Chloe was friends with Owen, so she thought it was possible that he liked him and was trying to drive them apart. That and Chloe had already gained a name for being a bit of a mean girl in her school. A text that came through had a Florida area code at the same time that Chloe and her family were on vacation in Florida, so it seemed even more likely that she could be the person behind the texts. She and another friend of hers and Owen's, Sylvia, were questioned, but they were adamant that they had nothing to do with the messages. Chloe even turned her phone over to the FBI to let them search it completely.
Goodness.
Owen received a few text messages containing photos of him and Chloe when they were younger, and he thought it was weird that she would out herself like that and just openly post photos of herself within the text chain. That, and she let the police search her phone. So why would you literally point the finger directly at yourself if you were the one doing that?
Clearly is framing her then.
Correct. So people started to think that it was possible that somebody was trying to pinpoint it on her. But then another clue comes through. A text message to Lauren stating how much Owen liked one of his new Christmas gifts, with a photo of the side of his leg and some presents sitting next to him. Whoever had taken this photo had to have been at Owen's family's Christmas party.
What the fuck?
Adriana, Owen's cousin, was then looked into. She went to the same school as them and was a grade younger. She was quiet and kept mostly to herself, but she was heavily questioned by police. They were so convinced that her motive was to frame Chloe because Chloe had been mean to her in the past. But she really liked Lauren and had nothing against her cousin overall. To this day, Adriana is so upset that she was viewed as a suspect for as long as she was that she still has a little bit of police officer PTSD, which makes me really sad.
Yeah.
Again, these kids are 13 years old.
Yeah.
Like, put yourself back to being 13.
My child is 13.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The level of bullying is so disgusting. And then, like, it's hard to focus on learning. It's hard to focus on enjoying the experiences that you're having. It's hard to focus on enjoying a young relationship. Like, it tormented all of these kids. Now, enough time has gone on here that listeners have likely watched the documentary or have unfortunately had it spoiled for them on social media, much like Sierra. But if you haven't, and you don't want this to be spoiled, stop the episode here and come back. Investigators were so busy looking at people on the outside of Lauryn's life that they never thought to look inside. And the discoveries that they make are truthfully shocking.
The call is coming from inside the house.
The person responsible for the horrendous texts flooding these teens was Lauryn's very own mother.
Literally.
Kendra.
What the fucking fuck? Literally inside the house.
Unbelievable. So they discovered the 2 IP addresses that are linked. They're linked to a Rogers account that is owned by the same person, Kendra Licari.
Do you think...
Okay, go.
I just don't understand. I don't understand a human being who has a child who is so upset about these things happening to their child to the point where they want police involvement, and really it's them all along. That seems to be exactly what happened here. I don't understand it. Do you think there is a possibility that this little girl needed attention and was doing it to herself, and the mom covered it up for her? Because I would cover it up for my kid. She's just a fucking psycho.
Yep. She fully confessed.
Right, but what I'm saying is, I would also
when the police approach the house to talk to her, like, they don't initially want to tell Lauryn that they've found this out.
Oh.
And you can see her, like, try and backpedal on the cam, like, on the body cam a little bit. She's like, oh, no, like, how could it have been coming from me? Like, is somebody trying to frame me now? And they're like, no, we have, like, hard proof that this is coming from your phone, your location, your account.
Yeah.
So they get a search warrant for all of her documents. And then she still tries to hide another phone that she has.
Oh my God.
So Lauryn finds out her facial expressions are a mix of, like, complete disbelief. Like, she almost looks catatonic while the police are talking. And Kendra's, like, holding her and, like, patting her head. And I'm like, you psychotic cunt. Like, you are supposed to protect your child.
Yeah.
And if you read some of these messages, like, what the fuck? Like, would you like me to give you a few examples?
Yeah.
Text messages included, Owen is breaking up with you. We're going to a hotel this weekend. His pee my pussy. You are the ugliest person I'd ever seen. Ain't no one want to see your anorexic flat ass. He wants sex. He doesn't want you. Kill yourself. Die, bitch. Kill yourself now or I will.
What the fuck?
I've never felt such rage watching anything in my entire life. And then when you double down and you dig further into this case, which I did because a lot unfolded after the documentary. So the documentary ends with Lauryn going to school following this police interaction. And it's acknowledged that she is going to be charged with stalking a minor, essentially, because this went on for X amount of time. So they eventually, because they got their search warrants to search everything, and then Lauryn goes to school, and all over social media, all over the news, are pictures of Kendra's mugshot. So Lauryn learns at school that her mom has been arrested for this. And everyone's, like, checking in with her. But then also mad because she harassed a lot of these teens as well.
Yeah.
And then additionally
accused them of being harassers.
And like, they were traumatized from, like, having to deal with police and having everyone in their grade point fingers at them and call them mean. And like you can see these kids now, a year and a half later, they're like 15, 16 years old, recounting what happened, and they're, like, still so upset by this, that, like, people thought that they could be capable of something this horrible. So I digress. Owen even went on to date somebody else in a different county. And then that girl and her mom started getting text messages. Like
What the fuck?
insane fucking behavior. So when she's interviewed for the documentary, people are like, she even says, and this is probably the meme that you saw that ruined it for you, was people are probably going to think I'm crazy. And she's like laughing. Her reasoning behind this is that she suffered her own traumas as a teen. Whether or not it's true, I don't know, but she does admit in the documentary to being raped when she was 17. So
What the
in
fuck
her
does that have to
mind,
do with your 13-year-old daughter?
she was trying to protect her daughter from possibly going down the same path. And I'm like,
What path?
no, no. And then Jill's mom, or not Jill's mom, Owen's mom, Jill, was really good friends with Kendra throughout this entire process. So she's like thinking back on different interactions that they've had, and like, because their families would hang out all the time. And it felt a little bit like Kendra was like a little bit obsessed with Owen. Like anything that he needed, she would be like, oh, I'll go get that for you right away. And like almost doted on him in an inappropriate way. So the investigators even asked, like, was it sexually motivated? Like, were you jealous of the relationship your daughter was having with this teenage boy? Like, what is happening here? So I personally believe that that has to be the only motive, because I cannot wrap my head around talking to your kid this way without it being some sort of like sick fucking fantasy of you being jealous. Like, this is not protecting your kid. This is causing her irreparable psychological damage for the rest of her life.
This is like mental Munchausen's by proxy.
It's insane. Like, I've never witnessed behavior like this. I have never witnessed somebody brush off behavior
Okay,
like this as
so
being okay.
where is she now?
So in December of 2022, Kendra was arrested. Like I said, it gets brought up. They never brought the case to trial because she pled guilty to 2 counts of stalking a minor. She was sentenced, and her official prison time varied by coverage, but some accounts cite 19 months as the minimum term that she was given. But she was ultimately released in August of 2024. Lauren's father and Kendra pretty much broke up in the police body cam footage when she's confronted, because the entire time that her husband and Lauren's dad thought that she was working or helping, trying to figure out who was at the bottom of this, she was sending the text messages, and she had been let go from her tech job at the University of Texas. So she was like living a double life and lying. Like, she had not worked for over a year. She was just sending these text messages like a
It's
crazy person.
like a family annihilator style, except not annihilating yet. It could have
Yeah.
gotten worse.
Yeah. I honestly don't like. So the documentary, the lady interviewing Kendra asks her, like, so many cyberbullying cases end in suicide. They
She
end in
literally
kids
told her to kill
dying
herself.
because of this. And you want to know what her fucking response is? I was never worried that she was going to hurt herself. I know Lauren so well. What if she did, though?
Yeah, it sounds like all of the makings of a family annihilator, except as much as I don't want to say that, killers are brave, she was a coward and wouldn't do that part. She just did the, you know, daring her daughter to do it.
She's still adamant that, like, she didn't send the first initial text messages either around October, like the first ones that came through, and that she was just like continuing this to see if the kids would give her anything incriminating and lead to who originally did it. But the investigators that searched her phone are like, no, it originally came from her the entire time.
Also,
So she is like so mentally unwell. Like,
yeah, that
that's my
doesn't even
only,
make sense.
no.
You had to keep telling your daughter to kill herself just so you could see if someone else would say, "Hey, I did that
So
first."
vulgar.
What?
Like, saying like he wants sex and I'm gonna go fuck him in this hotel, basically.
I don't
Like,
even think my
okay, that is a
daughter
13-year-old boy.
I don't even know if my daughter, I really don't think my 13-year-old daughter knows what the word pussy is.
Yeah, I should hope not.
That's disgusting.
And another incriminating thing is that the text messages has frequently referenced Lauren's nickname, Lo, in it. So that's another thing that they were like, it has to be somebody close to her because no
Yeah.
one else calls her that or knows that. But I'm just like, so this, so obviously her dad wants nothing to do with her. But the entire time that Kendra was in prison, she was able to send emails and like communicate with her family that way. And Lauren feels deeply conflicted, but at the end of the day, she's like, she's still my mom. So she's still trying to have a relationship with her mom. And I don't, if it was me, I would say, I even said, my mom asked me about it today because she's like, did you record the episode yet with Sierra? And I was like, no, we're recording it today because me and my mom watched the documentary together.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, like, if I even told her, I was like, if you ever did that to me, I would never fucking talk to you again. Like,
Yeah.
ever. Full stop. Relationship over. You
Yeah.
did that. Like, you made that decision. So I'm not going to say that I judge Lauren for her decision to attempt to have a relationship with her mom now, but I do think that Kendra Licari needs some like psychological help. Like family interviews that I read about afterwards said that she was always like attention seeking and always like, honestly, it feels like she has undiagnosed like borderline personality disorder.
There are multiple children who my daughter goes to school with whose moms I could see do something like this. That's the fucking sad part. Yeah. Some people don't
That's
deserve to
terrifying.
have children. She's one of those people.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, 100%. And like, you just see like the heartbreak in her dad's face too. He's like, you were looking like Owen's mom, Jill, is like, what the fuck? Like, you helped me search for this. You wasted police resources. You bullied other children. You wouldn't ever let my kid be happy when he should have been enjoying his first year of high school. Like, what the fuck? Like, the layers of trauma are just so deep.
Sissy has a friend who, I feel like I shouldn't say this on here because fuck. Apparently, all of the kids at Sissy's school have found my podcast on YouTube.
Oh no!
If you guys are watching this right now, turn it off. I am not kidding. Turn it off. Stop. Stop watching. Go do your work or something. Lauren might be okay with her mom right now, but one day she's gonna grow up and be like, that fucking psycho bitch ruined my high school years. Like, she's gonna look back and realize
that and she's
that
like
mom sucks.
still like ostracized in her school because of it. Like, this town is tiny. She still goes to school with all of these people. And she even said, she's like, Owen and I don't really talk.
Yeah.
Like, she's like no one really talks to me anymore. No. And I'm like, that's heartbreaking. Like, you do not deserve to suffer for a decision that your mom made. Like, it's unbelievable, really.
Yeah.
I've never heard a case like this before. Yeah. Even in like court, she like when she was like apologizing and stuff, she was like, oh, like, I know I need to heal from my traumas and stuff. And I like projected, like, I became a different person and all, like, I just couldn't stop. And I'm like, yes, you could have stopped at any time.
At any time.
You could have stopped when you stopped for a whole year.
Yeah.
Like, you
could have not started. You could have never done that.
Never done that. Yeah. And like, super cool, like the way that they're able to track information now with IP addresses, like even on a random generator. Like, the thing was, I think, called Ping Inc. is what the app she used was called. But I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, and to serve a year, like not even a year in prison, and like target all of your kids' insecurities in these text messages and like be able to talk to her the whole time, to me is just crazy.
I hope she's on like some sort of a registry or something. Like I mean, the way she was talking to a child, she should be on a sex offender list.
I agree.
She was sexually harassing her own child.
Yeah. Like, she wrote, like, you're worthless. Like, you can't. I I just can't. And then she like sits there and cries. Like, I just want to punch her face. Have you ever seen this woman? I just want to punch her face.
The meme that I've seen a million times is like a picture of her like crying, and it says something like, I didn't send the first 2 text message, only the 998 others or something.
There was over 700 pages of text
That's
messages.
insane.
Like, I just... Anyways, that's been Alicia's TED Talk for today. I felt like I needed to cover it because no one was murdered, and it is timely because I wanted to get involved in this conversation. So now me and Sierra are. You're welcome.
Yeah. I'm glad I know all of the extent of it now.
Yeah, you can save yourself the rage from watching it.
Yeah, as soon as I
also.
saw that she was the one who did it, I was like, I'm not watching that. It would just piss me off. Jesse asked me, he said, hey, who's the unknown, what is it called? Who's the unknown number? And I was like, what? And he was like, everybody at work won't tell me who it is. They said I have to watch it for myself, but I'm not watching that shit because it looks sad. And I was like, it's her mom. And he's like, what? And I was like, her mom was sending all those text messages, apparently. I don't know what they said, but it was her mom. And he was like, what the fuck? I'm definitely not watching
now
that.
Now you can tell Jesse what they said.
Yeah. He doesn't want to know. I promise. He does not want to know.
So messed up.
That is fucked up.
Hold your babies close, guys. Somebody else in school is going to bully them without you fucking doing it for them. Okay? Sorry. Everybody gets bullied at some point, and it's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. You do not need to be the one that causes it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should absolutely be on a sex offender list, and she should not be allowed to have custody of her kid. That was the only thing that was unclear to me. I think her dad has full custody.
Good.
But
I hope so.
I could not find anything to corroborate that for sure. And if Lauryn wants to have a relationship with her parent willingly, as Sierra knows, sometimes that muddies the water a little bit. So I hope that Lauryn and all of these other teens are just able to heal and not have like lasting PTSD from this. I can't imagine receiving 20 texts a day saying this shit. Like,
so evil.
So evil. High school is truly hard enough, guys. So
yeah.
As Sierra's daughter is going through it now, let me know if I need to kick any asses. I am the size of a high school student also. You're their mom. You can't. But I can't either, let's face it. But we hope you guys enjoyed this. Let us know your thoughts and theories behind how this unfolded, how Netflix presented it, how I presented it. Let me know what you think. And let us know if you have any case suggestions for this October season. No murder.
No murder.
No murder.
It's almost over. Can you believe that?
I know. Well, when this episode comes out, it is... You guys got a bonus costume because I don't know how the days of the month work, but this episode comes out October 7th. So.
Oh, okay.
So they got some time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we hope you guys liked our costumes, and if you're not subscribed on YouTube, be sure to do that so that you get to see all of our craziness. And let us know what drink you had in high school. So I'm gonna end this with, what was your blue hypnotic to drink in the park? Do you have anything fun to talk about to uplift us here, Hannah Montana?
Let's see. I just got my eyebrows done and my eyelashes done, and these are fake.
Okay.
These are
those magnets. Are not your eyelashes.
These are magnets. I did get my real eyelashes tinted and my eyebrows tinted, but I have magnet eyelashes on right now.
When they tinted, do they tint and fill it in, or do they just tint it?
It's just tint. It just darkens them so I don't have to feel the need to fill them in myself. Yeah.
Yep. Were you also a proactive kid?
No.
Oh.
I never had acne.
I'm not wearing any actual makeup right now because I made myself look like a corpse. But my eyebrows will never match my hairline. My hair has also gotten like really dark over the years. I don't know what happened. But anyways, that's that. My something happy is that I'm gonna go finish Iron Flame in the bathtub after I
Yay!
wash this off. I got to page 402 yesterday, and then I just could not put it down. So
Yeah.
I
Me and
have all
Jesse
sorts of
are
responsibilities that I've ignored.
me and Jesse are officially almost done with Onyx Storm.
Oh shit! Is he still enjoying it,
Oh yeah. I mean, he
guys?
has to be. I've already read it
Jesse
like 4
Warren,
times.
will
Okay?
he drywalls their house? I'm just saying. He's listening to the cinematic version.
He is. He's listening to the dramatized audio. It's called A Movie in Your Ears. It says that every time it starts. It's great.
Does Zayden sound cool? Like,
No,
is his
none of
voice
them
as cool?
sound right.
Damn
None of them
it.
sound right. It makes me
See, then I
so
couldn't get
mad.
past that. I couldn't get past that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I read it on paper. Okay, I read it on
Yeah.
paper. I listened
For
to
a
the
reason.
not dramatized version, and then I listened to the dramatized, and it's like watching Twilight for the first time. You're like, who the
Oh,
fuck is that? That is not what Bella looked like. What the fuck is that bitch? No, this is not okay. All right, that's what it's like, but it's fine. It's fine.
I wish I could say that was an overly dramatic reaction, but it's not. We
It's
all
not.
felt that way when we walked into the movie theater.
I am
50%
sorry,
of the
Kristen
world
Stewart.
went,
You are
what
not
the
it.
fuck? And 50% of the population that hadn't read it were like, oh, this is a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's not okay. It's okay now, but it wasn't okay.
No. Well, we've had enough time to process our trauma.
It was a valuable learning lesson for me. Like, the movie will never match. It's all right. Now I know.
There are people that have bumper stickers of like what looks like their car pushed in, and it's just like a little sticker of them, like
Yeah.
Edward holding the car back, and I'm like, it makes me cry laughing when I see it in traffic. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is so fucking
Whenever
ridiculous.
I see the license plate, and I do, tit soak, I'm like, oh my God. This is the skin of a killer. Tit soak license plate.
Yeah, not okay, guys. Not okay. But we hope that you liked the episode. Please go leave us 5 stars. If you are also listening to and are reading that Fourth Wing series, you should come be on Patreon with us because we talk about books a lot over there.
We do.
And all sorts of other creepy shit. And yeah, protect your babies. We'll see you next week for Sierra's.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be called yet.
I think I'm going to call this one a conspiracy because you did Murderless last week. We'll switch it up.
I was thinking the next one would be conspiracy, and I was like, I think I just did one of those too. I need to figure something out.
So our favorite categories since switching over are conspiracy, murderless, and haunted, if anyone's confused.
It's hard to dress up when you're talking about an unsolved murder.
It's true. I actually have been listening to this really interesting podcast series about a survivor of a certain cult. It's 14 episodes long, so there's a lot to dive into, but I will be covering that in November, so stay tuned, guys. Got a real crazy cult coming your way. I don't want to tell Sierra what it's called because I don't want to spoil what I'm covering. Yeah. It's really good, so I will plug it on that episode.
Because my phone is listening.
Yeah. You should definitely support that particular person too. So, anyways, we love you guys so much. We'll see you then. And in the meantime,
keep it twisted.
Twisted and Uncorked is hosted and produced by Sierra Zorn and Alecia Watson. If you like the show, don't forget to leave a 5-star rating and review wherever you are listening now. It really is the best way to spread the word. You can check out all things Twisted on our website, twistedanduncorked.com, and we will see you next Tuesday for a brand new episode.